My name is Heather. Today we're going to learn how to do hair one-handed. And the style that we're going to learn is this side back and this side down. I broke my hand a little bit ago, which is what inspired me to do this video. Right now, this is just what's demobilized, but originally it was from here all the way down to my fingertips. And one of the most difficult things that I found when it came to adapting and living with one hand was learning how to do my own hair. And it took me quite some time to figure that out. You can see that I've done quite a bit of healing in the process, so it's been a while. And now that I've started to learn how to do it, I'm by no means an expert. I decided that I'd share it a little bit with you guys. Hopefully it'll make the transition from being one-handed, from being two-handed to one-handed a little bit easier for someone. And I'm going to just not use this hand at all, because even though I can move my fingers now with this hand, and it could definitely help me do my hair, I know that some people, depending on the extent of your injuries, can't move their fingers, so we're just not going to use this entire hand. Obviously, if you injured your right hand, you can just do all this with your left hand. So yeah, let's get started. This is new hair. It was just washed. You can see it's still dripping, so it's very wet, very new, very clean. I actually combed it out in the shower. So the best time to comb your hair out, especially when you only have one hand, is in the shower, because you have the gravity of the water sort of helping you out, because the weight of it kind of pulls your hair down for you, and you can comb it out that way. I found it to be a little bit easier. Some people might disagree with me. But we're just going to start out and tell you what you need, because the most important thing about doing hair with one hand is being prepared before you start, because you can't just hold your hair up with one hand and then grab whatever you need with the other. You only have one hand, and that one hand has to be working the entire time. So first we need edge control. This is olive oil edge control, but any edge control will work. I'm going to open it. I can't open it with my fingers. My fingers are a little slippery from touching my hair, so I'm going to try to open it with my lips. And that worked. Yeah, that's working. But if that doesn't work, you could, this is clear so you can't really see it, but you could use it with your knees. You can open it with your knees. You can hold it in between your knees, any jar or can or anything you need to open, in between your knees, and that'll keep it still, and you can open it with your hand. Or if it's really tough to open, you can actually put it in between your feet, and that's a lot of friction to keep it in place, and you can open it with your hand. So move that there. You will also need some leave-in conditioner or curl activator. Either any kind of curl activator or leave-in conditioner works. This is raw shea butter restorative conditioner, but like I said, anything will work. You also will need paper towels and a brush, a parting comb, and a clip. So let's just go ahead and prepare, because I said that, it's very important that we prepare. So for the paper towels, how you're going to tear them is you're just going to put it up against whatever you're working over. I'm working over a sink. So I'm going to put it up against the sink and put my hip up against it. And I'm just going to tear it. I know you can't see this, but these are just word to the wise on how to do other things with one hand, but the video is mostly on hair, so the camera's focused on my hair. So we have a piece of paper towel. We're going to fold it. You can just put it on any surface and move it up like that. And you're going to put it down. And then because we don't have a hand to squish the shea butter in when we need it, and we can take it from that hand, because we don't have that, we're going to open it with our fingertip. It's one of those button push open things. And then you're just going to squirt it on the paper towel. And we already have our olive oil open, so we just put that next to the shea butter. And now we can get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of massage our curls. So we're going to take our leave-in conditioner curl activator, take a nice little bit of that on your fingers. We're just going to go like that. And you really want to pull down so that we can really stretch out our curls. Obviously shrinkage is going to happen because shrinkage is a part of life, but we don't want to encourage it, if that makes sense. So we're going to pull down. We also want to compensate because later we're going to scrunch up. which is going to encourage a lot of shrinkage too, but it's also going to encourage our hair to get nice and curly. So we don't want it to get too shrunken when we scrunch, so we're going to try to pull it out a little bit now. Get nice and moist. See how this side's just a tad bit longer than the other one. I'm trying to get this white stuff out because you don't want white in your hair. Put on that side a little bit. I was kind of fluffing out, giving it a little body. Alright, now we're going to do the other side. Get some more shea butter. Put on our napkin. It's also a great time to sort of comb through your hair with your hand too, in case there's any leftover tangles that you didn't get. You can kind of work them out, like right here. Just gonna kind of make sure we have the back going up here, getting the roots. No. And this doesn't really have to be, the side opposite of the hand that you're going to be using doesn't have to be as fluffy as this side because we're actually going to try to pull it back, so that's not very important. This is the side that really needs to be curlalicious. So we've done that. Now we are going to get some of our edge control. A nice blob edge control. We're just going to put it right here. Wherever you feel inclined to put your twist. And you're probably going to get a little bit too much. You don't need that much. So, you know, just put whatever's left over back on the edge of your container. And take your brush, you're just going to brush it back. That's just to kind of get it started going in the right direction. We're not actually going to do anything quite yet. It's just to kind of encourage it to think about going where you want it to go eventually. Now we're going to take our parting comb and we're going to part. And this is fun. So you're going to part wherever you feel inclined to part. We're actually going to end up twisting it. So your part is the boundary of your twist. So however far you want to be down versus however far you want to be out. So if you want this whole half to be pulled down, you part it right in the middle. I want it to be a little bit asymmetrical, so I'm going to part it right here. So just know that everything to this side of your part is going to be loose, and everything to that side of your part is going to be pulled back. So word to the wise on parting with one hand. You're going to put your parting comb in, you're going to lift it up, and you're going to put it to the side. And then you're going to take the comb part of your parting comb. You're just going to comb the hair out of the way. Then you're going to do it again, just to get it a little bit cleaner. Just going to keep doing that until you get a nice little part. And once you start getting a part, of course, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you're just going to keep doing it further back into your hair until you're satisfied. You see it coming in slowly but surely. So I think I did a little too low there. I'm going to go a little bit up further. There we go. That's better. Angles are everything. So sometimes you might say, oh, I think that's a little bit too low. I think that's a little bit too high. Because you don't have an assisting hand to help you out. So you have to make sure that your angles are good. Inconvenient for you, or else you'll be parting all day long. So here we go. We're going to say this is enough. You see that? And now we're going to get our edge control one more time. Especially because you see that there's that one little curl that's sort of in the way of the part. So we're just going to separate the hair from the part because we don't really want to be managing that part this entire time. Because we only have one hand. We have other things to be concerned with. I have this glob of edge control on my hair. To get it out, it's going to look very funky. Okay, there we go. You don't want your edge control is not a lotion, so you only want it on your edges and the places that are flat and sort of exposing your scalp. Because if you put it on your hair proper, sometimes it can look a little bit odd, it'll mess up your curling pattern, things like that. So you only want to use it when you want something to stay in place really well. Then we're going to brush it a little bit, just kind of remind it which way we want it to go. Okay. So now for the fun part. You're going to take your hand, you're going to go right here. Sort of like you're using your thumb to put a clip in. And you're going to grab it like that. And pull your hair up. You're going to use your thumb to twist the part of your hair that your thumb's touching. You're going to do it, pull it down. And you're going to use the rest of your hand to pull your hair up. And that's how you're going to make your twist. You're just going to walk your fingers and do that throughout. And then you're just going to go all the way back. Okay, so this is how far back I chose to go. And I'm going to take the rest of my hair that's connected to the twist but isn't twisted. I'm just going to do one final twist, and I'm just going to pull it right here to my shoulder. I'm going to scrunch my shoulder up so that my shoulder's holding it as if my hand was. Now I'm going to take my clip. And I am going to put it wherever I feel is the best place, which can be anywhere for anyone. I'm going to put it right here, though. And now you can let it go because you trust that the clip is going to hold it in place for you. You're just going to use your thumb to clip it closed. It's going to fluff out a little bit, that's fine. You're going to even your hair out. If you want, you can put a little bit more shea butter on it. If you want to just make it a little bit curlier. I think this is fine though. I'm just going to pull it down. And there you have it. You have your nice little pretty clip there. You have your hair going to the side. And now we're just going to scrunch it. Make it nice and curled. Then we're going to pull it out a little bit more. Just kind of fluff it. You're not going to pull it out, you're just going to fluff it, give it some body. And there you have it. And that is how you do a one twist back, half out hairstyle with naturally curly hair in one hand. Thank you.